Jennifer Scott and welcome back to my channel, J Scott Beauty. Today we're going to do a review slash haul of Revlon. Now, I know I've talked about what's new to me and products that I don't normally use. Well, I haven't used Revlon in decades. Well, except for maybe like their nail polish remover. I maybe had a blush several years ago, but I really haven't used their products at all. And it occurred to me, they have a huge presence everywhere you go. Target, the drugstores. So someone's buying these products, so they've got to be decent. So I thought, let's give them a shot. So I stopped by Target, I picked up 8 products, and we're gonna see how they work for me. All right, so let's get started. I'm not going to use a primer today. I do have all my skincare on. You don't have to use a primer. It is not necessary. It's like an extra bonus. So I don't want to mess up their skin products by using one of my primers. So we're going in commando. I decided to use or to purchase things from the Candid line. Now, this is their Photoready line. So I'm assuming it's like all these products are going to work well if you're taking pictures with it. Now, I don't know if any of you have had this experience before, but you can get flashback in your photos. And that comes from, well, 2 sources. One is one of the ingredients can be silica. Basically, silica is in there for 2 reasons. You'll know a product has silica in it because it'll be labeled HD. And the purpose of labeling it HD is because it gives you like that beautiful, like flawless skin appearance. That's what the silica does, but it also is an oil absorbing ingredient, so it's twofold. However, because of the actual like physical shape of the silica particles, they reflect light. So when you're looking at a person who has, HD makeup on, their skin looks beautiful because light is bouncing off it in all directions. However, if you take a picture of someone with flash photography that has HD makeup or makeup with silica in it, you're gonna see like those white stripes of powder, and you're gonna be like, excuse me, I don't think their makeup artist blended. It has nothing to do with that, it's just the chemicals in it. So I'm assuming this has no silica in it. So the first thing I'm going in with is the Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I'm using the shade number 240, which is Natural Beige. Now, I guess this is one of the reasons why I don't often buy foundation in drugstores, is because you can't swatch them to see if it's a right match. So God help me. We're going to do our best. We're going to see what happens. I also got their concealer, the antioxidant concealer, and this is in the shade 5 Fair. I noticed that a lot of the colors leaned kind of yellow, and yellow undertones do not look good on me at all. So this shade here seemed to be a little more neutral, so hopefully it's going to be good. And I also picked up this here. It is the Revlon Photoready Color Correcting Pen. So this is a green color corrector. Now, I'm sure you've noticed in my other videos that alongside my nose, I do have like red marks from wearing glasses. And it mostly annoys me when I'm editing my videos and I can see those red marks. In person, I don't think that they are as standoutish as they are. This light does wonders. It brings forth all of my imperfections. So I'm going to give this a shot too. Well, because this is a green, it's going to counterbalance any redness in my face. I don't know why I always wait until the video to try and open these packages. Oh God. So here's the thing. This is one of those twist up pens. As you can see, pretty green. And that's what we want, because we want to be able to cover up any redness. So let's go in and see how it works. Now, normally I wouldn't go directly on the skin with the pen because I don't want to contaminate the pen. I don't want, if there is any bacteria on my skin, I don't want it to get on the pen and then stay in there. So I put it on my finger and then I'm going to dab it on there. So, and right now you're like, oh, cool. She's going for her Wicked Witch of the West look. Well, I'm just looking to get rid of that red. Now, I do have hyperpigmentation all over my whole face from sun damage, but usually for the most part, foundation covers that up. I do have one little pimple here that's trying to come through. Maybe we'll just give that a little dab and see if we can make that any lighter under our foundation. Okay, so I've been a little messy with this. What I probably should have done was used a brush, and a nice flat brush like this would have been nice because I could have just patted this in nicely. I do think that this is drying down kind of quickly, which is nice. So let's put the cap back on here. Yeah, on the back of my hand, I put a whole lot on there, but it has dried down nicely. All right, just for funsies, I have a little red pimple happening here. I don't even know if it's a pimple. I don't know what that is. Clogged pore, perhaps. And let's do it around my nose. Let's just cancel out redness wherever we see it, huh? What do we think? Cancel, cancel. Now, I do have some here. I'm just a naturally pink girl, so honestly, I could probably cover my whole face in this and really give you a Halloween witch moment, but I'm not going to. So as it dries down, it gets lighter in color. Dare I say, almost a little gray-greenish, which I guess we'll find out how it, how it performs. So I'm assuming that one of the keys to using this product is letting it dry down first. So we'll give that a minute before I go in with my foundation. Does anyone else do this when you get new makeup? It's like you black out. You're just like, I gotta get all my face done, I wanna try it all. And sometimes you forget steps, you forget products. Yeah, that's me a lot. I was able to get pretty much like the full face of products. The only major thing I couldn't get was bronzer. They didn't have any bronzer at my Target, so I'm sure somewhere in the Revlon line there is bronzer, just not at my store. So the hair needed to go back. All right, I'm going to pump this out on the back of my hand, and at first I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and spread it around that way. There we go. All right, dab, dab, dab. Hope this is a decent enough match. Well, which mirror? Let's try this. Look at the green. Killing me, right? That side's not really dry yet, so let's go in on this side here. Oh, not a bad match. Not bad. Yeah, actually pretty darn good. Now this is supposed to be a natural finish. I'm not really a dewy finish person. So that was 2 pumps, and I really haven't done half of my face. So I think coverage-wise, this is, if you were to use just 2 pumps, you would have sheer coverage. And of course, I'm more of your medium to medium full coverage. So it's covering up the green pretty well, although my concern is it covering the green or did it just wipe it away? After this dries down, we'll get a better idea if it actually did a good job of covering the green and if the green actually made my redness go away. Now I'm not blending this any more than I blend any other foundation. I do like to blend a lot. You probably don't see most of my blending when I film these because, well, that would just be boring if you just got to sit there and watch me blend and blend. Because normally I just don't want to miss a crack, a crevice, a pore. I want it all filled in. All right, let's do my forehead. So this is going to be my 4th pump. And this isn't even a full ounce. This is 3/4 of an ounce, this package. All right, so I have my face completely covered in the foundation. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Even though I put 4 pumps in, that's what it took to actually cover my whole face. I did, do a lot of blending afterwards, so that does pick up product like I've told you before. The beauty blender picks up and puts down and picks up and puts down. So you really shouldn't have excess product on. Right off the bat, I'm seeing that my 11s, in between my 11s up there, when I do that, it automatically creases, and that normally isn't an issue with me with my, Holy Grail super expensive Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, but you know, apples to oranges really. I mean, this was under $10. That's way over $10. The green, the color corrector, seriously? So the Photoready color corrector, I think did a pretty good job of covering up the redness where my glasses are. Now, like I say, I can't see it. Like me looking in a mirror, I don't really see that redness. I won't actually know until I'm doing my editing if it really covered it up for camera ready. The little spot over here, I can still kind of see that, but honestly, things like that don't bother me a lot. I mean, it's skin. It's what goes on with skin. I can't be mad at that. I do feel like this makeup is a little, it's not as natural. It doesn't blend with my skin. And I don't mean color-wise. I mean, it just seems a little like more of a heavier product than I would like, especially, and you know, because that creasing right in my 11s, I really don't like that. All right, let's go in with our concealer. This is the Candid Photo Ready in 5. The color is Fair. What do we got here? Oh, so this is a weird kind of doe foot applicator. It's got a different shape. It's like a little swoopy, which is fine. Who cares? Applicator is an applicator. I don't know if it's going to lighten under my eyes because I actually bought it for covering up, you know, the red marks. But let's see what this does. Dab that on. This side I'm going to do with a beauty blender, see how it blends, and the other side I'm going to do with my fingers like I normally do. Well, that blended in nicely, I think. Although I still have some darkness under here. Let's see about going on this side. Now, I don't think I used a lot of product because the wand wasn't super loaded up. All right, let's see how this is. Yeah, I like it when I pat in with my fingers. So let's get this little darkness here. Let's pat that in and see how we like it. I do think that the shade I got is a shade lighter than the foundation, so it is having a brightening effect. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna quick set it with powder. Let's get the powder out that I bought because we don't want this to crease. I have the Revlon Photo Ready translucent powder. Oh, it says new improved formula. I wonder what was wrong with the old formula. Okay, and it has this little brush, these little useless brushes. I suppose if you were going to keep this in your purse, I mean, this brush isn't a terrible size, but I do prefer to use something like this or to use a powder puff like this. I just think it works more nicely, but let's go in with a brush first. Since it came with a brush, I mean, they could have put a little powder puff in there and they didn't. They chose a brush, so I'm going to use a brush and set those under eyes. Now, this came out very powdery by me just swirling it around, so I don't love that, but quick set that 11. All right, so it's a decent translucent powder so far. We'll see how it looks once we do our whole face. Now, like I said, they didn't have a bronzer, so I'm going to have to use my own. Sorry. Chanel is coming out to play because I don't have another matte bronzer at the moment. So let me just quick bronze up my face and I'll be right back. All right, we're all warmed up. Now we're gonna go in with the cheeks. I didn't powder the rest of my face because I have a cream blush. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Insta Blush in the shade 310 Candy Kiss. So it's like a pink. And I know this time of year I should be warming up, but I didn't like the other shades that they had. That's pretty pink. Yeah, so let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna go in with this on the back of my hand and just put a generous amount. So pink, that's a lot. And I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush because that should give me a lighter coverage. And let's just see if we can get that to pounce on here. So far, it doesn't seem like it wants to. Ooh. Putting more on my hand, rubbing the brush. Come going up on the cheekbone. They were getting a little more, but not much. So this, even as it gets, there we go, even as it gets rubbed out on my hand, it becomes like a sheerer pink, which I'm fine with that. I do like a sheer wash of color. I think it's very flirty and feminine. And who doesn't like to be flirty and feminine? More blush. I'll go right in like this, but I think it's starting to mess with the foundation. I don't think. Cream products are so hard, but I would think that they would have formulated their cream blush that's in the same line as their foundation, both these Photo Ready products, to kind of mesh well together. Well, like I said, it's super light, very sheer. I really don't want to go in striping this on my face. I find that that very often will move your makeup underneath, and so I don't want to move my foundation. And it could also just stay where you put it, and then you have a big splotch of color. So I think it's just easier to just continue building and building delicately, as opposed to going in very heavy. Now, of course, I have to go up into my bronzer, like always. Tip of my nose. How long is that gonna take? Tip, tip. And my chin. More on my chin. More. Let's see how much product they give us. All right, so there's a decent amount of product in here because we're gonna need it. All right, I think we're as pinked up as we can get for now. Let's go on to our next product. I do want to go back into the translucent powder and go into the areas where I hadn't powdered previously. So under my cheeks, around my chin, nose, just so that all that is set. It's okay. So far, nothing's blown my skirt up. Well, you know how I am about my eyebrows. So I got the Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator Micro Pencil Powder and Brush. So this should be fun to try because, well, me and the brows. But I do like the micro pencil. I like when it's a very fine tip. And this also has a powder in it, which I like a lot because that helps set. So let's get in here. I have the color 600, which is blonde. Oh, and it says it's 5 benefits in 1 tool. 1, fill. 2, define. 3, sculpt. 4, diffuse. 5, shape. Okay. Don't we do that anyway? Okay, so here we go. We have the spoolie on one end. So there is our definer pencil. And now where's the powder? Oh, there it is. It's in the bottom of this. Okay. All right. Creative. Let's get at them. The spoolie is a little weird. It's not as, I don't know, it's super firm. I don't know, spoolie's weird. Okay, let's go in. Now it is a color stay. It's not actually from the Photo Ready. I don't think I saw a Photo Ready brow pencil. If I did, then it was probably too big. Because at this point, I really only buy the ones with these micro tips. I just find that for my abilities, I need the small precision one. The big one that's like a giant, almost like a crayon, that does not work well for me. Okay, so the color's nice. It's a good Pretty good match. It doesn't feel like that that really waxy that's almost like you feel like it's moving around. This feels like it is staying. Maybe that's why it's called Color Stay. Comb it through here. Yeah, so far I'm okay with this. Ugh, look at that. I have like a dry patch over here. Is that a dry patch? No, look at that. Oh, I don't know. Can you see this right here? It's like that foundation kind of like, it's like broken up. Oh. This might not be a foundation for me. I will try it again a couple more times because maybe it does need a primer. Maybe it doesn't play well with my Chanel cream bronzer. So I'm not gonna, be hating on it terribly just yet. These brows, we could be here for days. Do you see this here? And we've talked before about how I don't have crow's feet. This is like settling in and giving me some lines here that I didn't have. Oh, God, it's like that on both sides. Oh. When I was at Sephora once, there was someone from Benefit there, and she was telling me that you should go with the powder backwards. So you're almost like pushing it into the hairs and into any like bald areas that you have. And so that's how I do it ever since, and I think it works out nicely. Yeah, I could sit here and fuss with this forever. Let me do the other eyebrow and I'll be back. All right, so here's the other brow. I haven't put the powder in yet. I do like the way this side looks better than this side with the powder, but here's the thing, you can't take away. So I am going to have to do powder on the other side. I don't really like this product, even though this side has come together pretty well. Ever since I found that Joa brow down to me, yeah, I'm getting fussier. That's for sure. Okay, so we have our powder in on this side. I'm gonna go back and fuss with the other side for a while. So even though this is supposed to be a definer with this, micro tip here, I'm finding I can't get it to make like those actual hair-like strokes. My eyebrows are looking a little crazy. I'm feeling a little severe, but maybe once I get the rest of my face on, that'll calm down. Okay, so just midway through, and my review is, I hate this foundation. The concealer's okay. The powder, ugh. The blush, ugh. It's not going well, folks. They didn't have any eyeshadow palettes or even any of those little eye pots at the Target I was at for some reason. So I'm just gonna do a really quick, basic eye look and I'll be right back. So there we go. So I did my eyes just with my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, and I also didn't have a highlighter from Revlon. It occurred to me that they didn't have that at the Target I was at either. So I had to use one of my own highlighters. I used the Natasha Denona Super Glow, but now I'm gonna go in with the mascara from Revlon. It is the So Fierce Extend Lift Volumizer. I got this in the shade Blackest Black. So we all know how I feel about mascaras. Oh, I love them so much. This says that 98% saw unapologetic length. Ooh. And 96% saw fierce fan effects. Okay, so unapologetic and fierce? Yeah, that's what I want my lashes to be. Well, let's see, Revlon. Let's see if something's gonna save this face. And here's the funny thing. I have this feeling that this is all gonna look good when I take my thumbnail pictures because it's, made apparently for photos. So in person, it looks like crap. We'll see what it looks like in my thumbnails. Okay, lashes curled, let's go in. Let's see what we got for a brush here. This feels kind of dry. This is one of those kind of plastic, well, it's not plastic. I guess it does have little, oh, look at this. Almost nothing is coming off. That is not a good sign at all. And when I go in here, it doesn't have that like goopy sound. It just sounds, ugh, this is gonna be so annoying. And I never, almost never return products to stores. This could be something that I would return if like nothing is coming out on this brush. Oh God. Okay, so first of all, Blackest Black, no. This is that kind of black. Yeah, here we go. Then I'm gonna have to build and build and build. And I feel like it's more of like a lighter black. I always go for the Blackest Black. Whatever the color says, I want the one that makes it sound like it is gonna be midnight on my lashes. So the formula is making my lashes clump together a little bit. And maybe that's what it's supposed to do, because some formulas are for people who want lashes that have that kind of thick, clumpy look. That's not normally the look I want. I like to be able to see each individual lash, and I want them to be really long, but I still want them to be full looking. I want it all. Okay, now let's go in the bottom and see how it works. There are clumps. Oh. I mean, can you see that? Ugh. I really don't like clumping on my lower lashes, especially when it falls right on my waterline. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, so this mascara is going to be a pass for me. I'm going to do the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, I don't love these lashes. I don't like the formula of this mascara at all. It's kind of clumpy. I had to really be wiping the wand off a lot. And that's actually like a makeup artist trick where they actually do that. They wipe off the wand a lot and then just use whatever's left, and then they do several layers and build that way. But as a consumer, I don't want to be just wiping all the product onto a paper towel. I mean, I paid for that. I don't want to be throwing that away. I just want a better product. Now, we can make any look work. That's what we try. No matter what we have on our makeup table, we want to look good. So far, this isn't looking good. The very last thing I have is a lipstick, and I picked a pretty fall color. So this is the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine in the color Glassy Ruby, number 025. It was in one of those, little kind of like new product things. So I got what looks to be kind of like a nice fall shade. This is supposed to be a very shiny lip, which will be fun if we can open this. I appreciate that no one else has been in here before me, but now this whole outside of this tube is sticky and looks ugly. Ugh. All right, here's our color. Let's see what we got. Kind of a nice wine-ish, berry-ish color. I like it. I'm gonna put a lip liner on. They didn't have a lip liner that looked like it would be good with this. They had some natural ones, but I'm just gonna go in with my own basic natural lip liner, and we will be right back. So I ended up using the lip liner from my Sephora haul. This is the Sephora lip liner in the color Rosewood. I like this a lot, and I think it's kind of gonna be a nice match for this here shade. So let's see. Nice and creamy. Doesn't feel heavy. Although, it does feel like it could move around. Ooh, it is very slippy. So it is a pretty fall lip color. It is glossy, although it's kind of, to me it seems glossy in just like a normal lipsticky kind of way. They made this seem like it was gonna be this glassy appearance. I don't know, does it look glassy to you? It's a nice shade for fall though. I like it. I might try using it a couple different ways, maybe with a full lip liner underneath it to help keep it from moving. I am concerned this may move around. I don't want it getting on my teeth. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it is hard to get a nice sharp line with this. So this lipstick might be the kind that you have to go in with a lip brush, something like this, and go in on the product itself and then fill in. Now, that's fine if you're staying home, maybe you're having company over, but I don't like lip brushes because how am I putting it in my purse? Yeah, sometimes they have these little plastic ends that can go on there, but I find that messes up the bristles. It's like, oh, you can get retractable really nice ones, but do I really want to have to buy a special brush just to put on this lipstick? And if you look at this packaging, I just took off that label and it is already like got that dirty sticker all over it. I can't stand that. Like, this isn't something beautiful that I want to pull out of my purse and feel lovely about. This looks janky and gross, so I hate that. The lip color, not too bad. Let's take this hair down. Let's get a fuller picture of what's going on here. So we can make anything work. We can blend, 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 blend until we're ready to bleed, bleed, bleed from our fingertips. We can always fuss and muss until we get it, until it looks nice. The problem for me is the base products here. I feel like I'm seeing this foundation breaking up everywhere. I don't really, the finish would be okay if the product wasn't breaking up. I definitely don't like that my 11s have creased already, and I can see that. I am okay so far with this green color corrector. It seems to have helped, at least in person. I'll have to see what it looks like on camera, but I will be giving this a try again. The eyebrow product, it's a no. I don't. This translucent powder, I don't think it makes my skin look smooth or like soft and diffused. I feel like it didn't do much of anything really, so not into that. This mascara is an absolute positive no. So no, no, no to that. This lipstick, it just feels too like greasy and like it's gonna move around. I'm not gonna get this kind again in the packaging. The concealer was fine. I'm gonna try it again with some of my other products and see if how it performs with those. Because with this foundation, it's fine, but who knows? So we'll give this another go. This blush, I feel like it broke up my foundation here. Oh God, I don't love this blush at all. Maybe it'll work on another foundation, so I'll try it with another foundation. We'll see how it goes. And then last but not least, this foundation, I don't love. I actually don't like. So maybe this is why I don't see reviews about Revlon, because their game just ain't so great. Like I said, you can make anything work as long as you've got the time to blend and work with it and manipulate it. And who knows, this may turn out to be very pretty for the thumbnail, but sitting here in my studio, yeah, I don't think this is a look I want to go out to dinner or anything like that. Will I run to the grocery store? Okay. But other than that, it's really not for me. Well, if you've had any experiences with Revlon products that you love, please let me know in the comment box below, because I would certainly love to try out. I mean, they're a huge brand. How can they not have some great products? I mean, there have got to be some products out there that people just love, ride or die for. And I would kill to try those. So put in the comment box which Revlon products you love, can't go without, holy grail, and I'll definitely give them a try. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit the button for subscribing and ring the bell for notifications. I had a lot of fun being with you guys. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.